Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this is my showcase on Mizusumi Aya. I hope I got her name right. So she is the latest hero that has come out, and I'm having a ball with her. So on the screen you can see my build for her. So before we go into her build, I just want to tell you guys, so right now she is 111. So all the testing also that I'll be showing of her is on 111. I've not put any lattice into her, but she is an extremely interesting hero, and she works very well in bruiser comps. That's pretty much what I play. But I also discovered she can be a very good in a cleaver setup as well. So let's just talk about her kits a little bit. Her S1 has a 10% chance to reduce skill cooldown by one turn. This can be booked up to 25%. So I would say a strong basic. Her passive. So passive does healing and purifies. Something like a Chiaki. Chiaki also gives an attack buff. So she's healing instead of that. So she's sort of a healer as well. And when you book this skill up completely, she can trigger this even when she's unable to act. So if she's stunned or petrified, this effect will still kick in on her turn, which is quite, I would say, a very strong passive. And she has a turn meter push and a skill cooldown on her S3. This can be booked down to 4 turns, and the turn meter boost can be 40% as well. So, and with the 80% chance, 80% increase to her own turn meter. So, makes her a very, very interesting and strong hero. So, that's her kit. So, on the face of it, I felt she would go very well in a bruiser team because she's got a heal as well. So, she's got semi healer. Plus, she'll give a turn meter push. Bruiser comps can suffer from very low speeds. So the build I've gone for her, I've taken a gigabyte. Gigabyte will help her cut, right? So this seems to be the ideal shell for her. Also, another shell you can look at and play around with. I don't really have the right stats for it, but Reaper set is another thing that can work well. So that's also a very interesting option. So Reaper steps is another thing that another shell that you can look at. Now for my build on the right side, I basically gone for HP because she doesn't really need any accuracy. HP speed. Speed is the substat you're looking at. So you can see these are the decent speed substats that I have. Bloodbath is a must for her to make her survivable. So you can see that from my build, she's at about 36k HP, 249 speed. These are the two main stats that matter. You could increase her F res as well. That's another probable build. But so far, what I found in PvP, F res tends to be pretty meaningless. Resistance somehow in this game is not something that works very well, I feel. So this is the build I have on her. And now I'll show you a few matches. So the first match that I'll show you, it's not against a strong lineup, but it's just a game that ended up being a little funny. So I wanted to show you this one. And then we'll go into actual strong matchup. So here I was pretty much my typical bruiser picks, bruiser lineup. I took the Lily so that my opponent doesn't. And I actually ended up cleaving them. So using the Lily, I pushed up the Rahu. And then she goes and she again turn meter pushes up. And pretty much it was a massacre. Lily goes. Now Lily will again get Rahu to go. And it's pretty much over. So I'm not someone who plays cleave, but I just thought this would be a funny match to show. In the next match, so this was one of the more interesting games. Where is that match? I think it was this one. Yeah, this one. Let's check out this game. So again, uh, Plume goes. So I was playing around with the Alicon at this time. I had Alicon on her. So she again purifies, pushes up. And you can see the turn meter push up at the bottom. She's actually making my slow Rahu and even my I keep holding go a lot faster. They're pretty much at base speed. So she's like a combo, I would say. She's like a turn meter booster who does decent heal, and in a turn two team, that seems she seems like the only character that can do that. You do have turn meter pushers and you do have healers, but so far in the game, they haven't really thrown one together. So yeah, he pretty much gave up. He realized that it was over. We could look at another game. I also want to show one more game which I lost actually. I think it was this one. Yeah. So typically I never ever against this kind of a lineup stand much of a chance. Why are we looking at it from their angle? Okay. I don't know how to change the angle, but she made this game also kind of interesting, made it go longer than I thought it would. So my Sanya cards, I'll S3 the hold in here, try to get some heal, but the block is pretty much what is stopping me. Now look at the heal. I actually just wanted to show you the heal and now the turn meter push up. So my hold in actually cuts in front of Yeli, which in I played this matchup 1,000 times, it never happens. And if I had a little more damage here, I probably would have won this match. I do end up losing the game, but I just wanted to show you the healing capability as well of this hero. So she seems quite broken to me actually. She is going to be someone who's going to be very strong in the meta, and she's only going to make bruisers a lot stronger. She'll also work as a good cleaver in a cleave setup. She's another option that can be looked at. So, and this is all with zero lattice investment. Now, I'll just go over what I feel would be worth latticing here. So if you're doing the bruiser comp, I think this S2 is going to make her very strong because right now it's only 8% healing. So the healing will double. And I think the level 5 skill that even when she's debuffed, she can still trigger this. So even if she's unable to move, the healing will trigger, the debuff removal will trigger. So this S2 passive seems very strong. I don't think you need to increase the S1 because typically you do S1 for speed. So if you are looking to make a fast and use her as a cleaver, then you have to do S1 and you can forget about the S2. Then it's S1 and S3. If you are playing a turn 2 kind of comp, then the S2 is first priority and then you go into the S3 so that you get this cooldown reduction. And this is also nice. So when a unit is dead, the skill cooldown is reduced by 2 turns. So makes her quite OP, quite strong. So she's definitely someone who has multiple ways to build. And as you can see, she's still level 5, right? So I will, once I max her out to 50, I'll be able to increase her stats a little more. And even in terms of shell, like this is not ideal. This needs to be the red one, the Dauntless. You do want to stick with Dauntless so that you further reduce the damage that she takes. So the more turns she takes, the more survivability she has, the stronger your team gets. So she's quite cool. I think she's definitely worth building and investing in, especially in PvP. And yeah, that's about it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.